Hi, I'm Elisa Spungenbildner, and I'm co-author with my husband Rob Bildner in conjunction with Chef Brian Alberg of the Berkshire's Farm Table Cookbook. These are recipes that celebrate the bounty of small family farms in western Massachusetts, but they could be small family farms anywhere across the country. And today we're going to show you one of the recipes from the cookbook. This is beet goat cheese latkes, but before that, let me just introduce my son, Rafi Spungenbildner.
Hi, Mom. Yeah, I am Rafi, Elisa and Rob's son, and trained chef, farmer based in the area, and here to talk a little bit about these wonderful latkes, traditionally potato pancakes, but in this case, beet or rutabaga or even celeriac, perfect pancakes for the winter season. And what I've done to start this recipe off is I have a pan behind us, a fried pan. It's not non-stick, which is fine because we have a good amount of oil, a few tablespoons, coating the bottom, medium-high heat. And we're gonna fry these latkes in there. It's a pan fry, so it's not a deep fry. I'm gonna check to make sure that the pan is hot by dipping my fingers in getting a few drops of water on. You hear that shimmer, that tells us that the oil is hot enough. Again, it's at a medium-high heat, and it takes about 4 minutes per side after we flip it. So I'm gonna actually get a few of these in. We just did a batch so we could show you before we finish this video, but here's the mixture here, which my mom will talk about the ingredients. I have a 1/4 cup measure, and I'm gonna just scoop out some of this mixture. It's okay if it's overflowing a little bit. I'm then going to take a flat spatula, which is really nice because I can press the mixture down to kind of even it out, and then I plop it in to the pan right in the middle, just a few latkes at a time so we don't lower the temperature of the oil. I'll use the back of this spatula to flatten it out. You see them sometimes do it at burger joint. They'll take the back of the spatula to press the patty down, and that's going to help us get a nice crisp undercarriage of the latke and get something really crispy and rustic looking. And so you hear that sizzle, which is really nice. Again, we're not deep frying it. I'll just show our viewers, there's just one latke in here now, and there's just a few tablespoons of oil coating it. You can see the shimmer in the oil, and it's just gonna crisp up really nicely in there.
So quickly, these are the beet goat cheese latkes. These are another latke, by the way, that there's a recipe for. These are rutabaga latkes. Here's a rutabaga, one of those vegetables that you sort of walk by in supermarkets. To top the latkes when they're done, I have some fresh homemade applesauce, which we can talk about later if we have time. The ingredients, there's some green onions, some fresh thyme. These are the beets. One way to use beets, not get the red all over the place, is to wear vinyl gloves, coat your hands with a little bit of oil. They'll keep the red off. You can put parchment paper on your cutting board. Other ingredients, we've got carrots. I like to use a variety of colors. Potatoes, straight from our garden. This is celery root. One of those vegetables you tend to walk by in the supermarket as well, but very sweet and great. Cut off the bottom. To take the skin off, a vegetable peeler won't work because it's rough surface. You take a sharp chef's knife and just follow the contours and take the skin right off. Also have some kosher salt, local goat cheese, local eggs, to bind it, a little whole organic whole wheat flour, and that's about does it. The one thing I will say though is after you grate them, and I grate all these vegetables in a food processor with the grating blade, it's really important to wring out all the moisture, otherwise you'll have soggy latkes. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, that's a great point. Traditionally, when you're making just potato latkes, a big component is wringing out the potatoes and rinsing them to get that starch out. And while these vegetables aren't as starchy, getting rid of that moisture, you can do it with a cheesecloth or a dish towel or in a colander and press out the moisture. That's how you get a crispy pancake, a crispy beet or rutabaga pancake. So I'll also just say on the oil front, it is really important to use a higher heat oil. This is canola oil. Here on the Spectrum bottle will say high heat. Many brands do the same, but it's not true in cooking that every oil is fine for any application. We want to choose an oil that is meant for high heat, canola being one of them, because in that medium-high heat that we have our pan on now, it's really going to sizzle up, and we're just about time for me to flip it, so I'm going to do that. Anything else that you want to share in this one?
No, I was just say one word about the applesauce because this is a recipe in our book as well. Here's the applesauce. Made without sugar, seasoned with cinnamon, nutmegs made from fresh apples, a little bit of vanilla, and a wonderful topping. And I think we're about out of time. You want to add anything else?
The
Russell?
last thing I'll say is this is a great example of how you can still in the not the dead of winter, but close to the heart of winter here in New England, you can still get amazing local vegetables, celeriac, beets, potatoes, those root vegetables. Farms are going to be selling those all year round. They're storage crops, and they're perfect for this recipe. So happy holidays and enjoy this cooking.
Truly enjoy. Thanks for watching.